Hi, my name is Haley, and I'm going to be taking you through a quick little 30-minute vinyasa flow. This is Franklin. He's my yoga buddy. So let's get started. We are starting off finding a comfortable seat on your mat, letting your knees fall towards the floor. Your shoulders are pulling down and back. Taking a deep breath in through the nose and exhaling to sigh out through the mouth. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Beginning to think of an intention for this class, a purpose that you would like to set for yourself, maybe someone that you'd like to send a little bit of love to in your life. And just continuing to breathe in this moment, settling in, getting comfortable on the mat. Breathing in, lifting your arms up towards the sky. Breathing out, letting your arms fall back down. We're inhaling to lift our left arm up and over, stretching through the side body. Taking your right arm to support your body as you lean over, planting that right hand. If your elbow comes to the mat, letting it just press down, rooting into the mat. Inhaling back upright, exhaling, taking it out in the other direction. Raising your right arm over your head, left arm comes towards the mat. Inhaling through center, reaching our arms back up towards the sky. Exhaling, twisting out towards your right side. Your left hand comes to your right knee. Taking your gaze around towards the back of the room. Inhaling, reaching up through center. Exhaling, taking it out in the other direction. Inhaling through center, reaching up. Exhaling your hands through heart center. Just taking a moment once again to take a few deep breaths here. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Letting your hands fall into your lap. We're taking a couple of motions with the neck, nodding up and down, left to right. And when you're ready, letting your head fall down so your chin reaches towards your chest. Just rolling your head from side to side, working out any tension in the neck. Really just breathing here, taking half circles so your head is falling forward. And then inhaling to lift your head. We're moving now into a comfortable tabletop position. Your knees are directly below your hips, your hands directly below your shoulders. And we're inhaling, dropping the belly, finding cow pose. Exhaling, rounding the spine, dropping the head, finding a cat pose. Inhaling to cow and exhaling to cat. Exhaling, rounding your spine up for cat one more time. And then on your next inhale, taking a neutral spine, just sending your hips from side to side, taking a reverse windshield wiper motion, rooting down through your right hand. We're inhaling to lift the left hand up, exhaling, threading the left hand down, finding a twist here, thread the needle, allowing your left shoulder to reach down and press into the mat, letting your head rest upon the mat. And if you'd like, extending your right arm long to deepen your twist. Walking your hand back in towards your head, pressing into the mat, inhaling to lift up. Exhaling, dropping your left hand back to the mat. Inhaling to lift your right arm up. Exhaling, twisting out in the other direction. Allowing your right shoulder to fall to the mat. Your left arm can extend long to find a deeper twist if you'd like. Inhaling, walking that left arm in, planting that next to your head, reaching your right arm back up. Exhaling, right arm comes to the mat. Windshield wipering out your hips once more. And then tucking your toes under, we're inhaling, lifting up to a downward facing dog. Bending and straightening opposite knees, pedaling out your legs to increase flexibility in the back of the legs, using these conscious and dynamic movements to open up your muscles. Taking any adjustments that might feel good to you. And then inhaling, taking your gaze towards your hands. We're stepping our feet up to meet our hands on the mat, making our way to a forward fold. If your hands don't reach the mat, that's fine. Just letting them hang down towards the floor, or maybe taking them towards your shins or your thighs, or even taking your hands to opposite elbows. Just allowing yourself to hang, taking gentle swaying motions, feeling your muscles just beginning to wake up and stretch in the back of the leg. Exhaling, releasing your hands down. Inhaling, we're lifting halfway to a neutral spine. Exhaling to forward fold. Inhaling, sweeping your arms up, reverse swan dive to stand. Exhaling, hands to heart center. You guys still face forward on your mats. I'm just turning so you can see me better. Inhaling, scooping your arms up. Exhaling, opening your arms to a cactus pose. Opening the chest forwards, finding a gentle compression of the back. The chest is opening here. And then inhaling, reaching your arms back up, clasping your hands above your head. You can let your peace fingers stick out if you'd like. Reaching up, and then exhaling, leaning out towards the right side, stretching through the left side body. Inhaling through center, exhaling out in the other direction. Inhaling through center, exhaling, letting your hands come down towards your sides. Your palms are open forward, finding a mountain pose. Continuing to breathe deeply, engaging through your legs and your glutes and your core, bringing that core in towards your back. Keeping those palms facing forward, really feeling energy coursing throughout your body. And then inhaling, scooping your arms up, stepping those feet together. We're tucking our tailbone under, squeezing our glutes, sending our hips down and back, finding a chair pose. If your shoulders are feeling sensitive, you may take your hands to prayer in front of your chest. Holding tall and strong here, sending it a little deeper if you'd like some added challenge, trying to keep any curvature from the spine, trying to keep that neutral back. Breathing in, and on your exhale, folding forwards. Stepping those feet apart once more, bending down through center. Bending the knees, we're pressing those hands to the mat, stepping or hopping your feet back, and then slowly lowering down to the mat, trying to hover above the mat, untucking the toes, pushing up to upward facing dog. Exhaling, tucking those toes under once more, hips go up and back, meeting in down dog. Inhaling to lift the right foot up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Exhaling, planting that foot between the hands, lifting up to warrior one. Taking that back foot so your heel is raised, front toes are facing forwards. Exhaling, hands to heart center, prayer pose. Taking your left arm to your right knee, opening up for a twist. Inhaling, reaching up through center. Exhaling, hands come around your back, clasping your hands together, opening up your chest, pulling down and back. Leaning forwards here, you can either keep your hands pressed into your sits bones or opening up your shoulders for a stretch through the back. And then exhaling, releasing your hands to the mat, readjusting your foot and scooping your arms up. Inhaling to warrior one. Exhaling, turning out to the side, warrior two. Your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat. Your front toes are facing forward, bending through that right knee, trying to hold your arms parallel with the floor. Gaze is over those front fingertips. Taking that left arm around your back, right palm flips up towards the sky, reaching up and over, reverse warrior. Trying to keep your chest open here still. Inhaling up to your warrior two. Exhaling, right arm comes to the right thigh, reaching up and over, extended side angle. Inhaling up to warrior two, bending down through this pose just a little deeper. Taking your gaze towards your front toes, cartwheeling your hands down, Planting the hands, sending your right foot back to meet the left, lowering down to hover over the mat, untucking those toes, lifting up, upward facing dog. Feeling that stretch through the front body, trying to keep your thighs lifted off of the mat, your shoulders pulling down away from your ears. Tucking your toes, sending your hips up and back, downward facing dog. From here, holding in down dog for a moment, catching your breath, pedaling out your knees once more if you need. Inhaling to lift your left leg up towards the sky, exhaling, planting your left foot between your hands. Breathing in, reaching up, warrior one. Readjusting as necessary, finding the most comfortable placement for your feet. Exhaling, hands to heart center, returning open, your right arm comes to your left leg, finding a twist. Breathing in and out, holding here nice and strong. And then inhaling, reaching up towards the sky. Exhaling, your hands around your back, clasping your hands, opening up your chest forward to the front of the room. Keeping a bend through your front knee here. On your exhale, leaning forward, either keeping your hands at your sits bones or lifting your arms to stretch your shoulders, folding forward over that front leg as far as you can. And then releasing your hands down, readjusting as necessary, and scooping up to warrior one. Exhaling, turning out to warrior two. Your back foot is parallel with the back of the mat, front toes are facing forward. I'm just turning around so you can see from the front. Taking your gaze over those front fingertips here, trying to keep your hips squared. Taking that right arm around your back, flipping your left palm up and over, reverse warrior. Inhaling back up through center, exhaling left arm to left thigh, reaching up and over, extended side angle. Breathing in, reaching up to warrior two. We're turning our front foot now to face the same way as our back foot, moving into a wide leg forward fold. Your hands are at your hips here, breathing in to lift through the chest, breathing out, hinging at your hips, folding forwards, reaching for the mat, like this. You can point your toes in towards one another slightly just to get a little bit more balance here. If your hands don't reach the mat, if you're hanging a little bit, taking your hands to your thighs for some support, or maybe even your shins if that's available to you. And if your hands do reach the mat, try flipping your fingertips to face the behind you and walking your hands between your legs, deepening that stretch. Letting your head hang towards the floor, maybe shaking it out a little bit from side to side, releasing tension from the neck. Walking your hands in through center, lifting up halfway, exhaling to fold once more, and then inhaling, rising all the way up to stand. Once again, your hands are at your hips, maybe moving from side to side gently. And then turning on your mat so that you are facing forwards once more, turning your toes out to the side. We are slowly bending down into a squat. Your feet are hips or mat width apart. Sending your hips down and back, opening up into a garland pose. So your hips are all the way reaching for the floor. Your arms are pressing into your knees, opening up your hips here. Your chest is raised as much as it can be. If you find that you're lifting your heels, try walking your feet further apart here. And maybe even swaying in this pose slightly. Just letting your hips stretch and open comfortably in this pose. To leave this pose, leaning forward, lifting your hips, we're planting our hands and moving back into our tabletop position. Swaying hips from side to side once more. And then sending your legs out to one side, sits bones reach for the mat, extending your legs long. Finding a seated forward fold, we're breathing in to lift. Breathing out, walking your hands forward, folding over the legs. Reaching as far as you can, but not pushing, listening to your body and seeing what feels good for you. Continuing to breathe, maybe rolling out your ankles if that's something that feels right for you today. Bending and straightening your toes. And just letting yourself fall down towards your legs. Feeling a stretch in your lower back and in the hamstrings in the back of your legs. Walking your hands back in. We're using our hands to pick up the knees, pressing the bottoms of the feet together, finding a butterfly pose. Your thumbs come to the arches of your feet, pressing in here, lifting through the chest. Exhaling to fold forward, allowing your arms to press into your legs, using your thumbs to open your feet as if you were reading a book. Breathing in, lifting up through center, breathing out, sending those toes long, wide angle, seated pose. Breathing in, lifting through center, breathing out, walking your hands forward. Just leaning down as far as you can. If you're just barely leaning forward, that is completely fine. That is very normal, honestly. We don't have a lot of flexibility here in our inner thighs a lot of the time. Just walking those hands forward. If your elbows do reach for the mat, allowing them to fall and support your weight. Never pushing yourself to a point of discomfort. Breathing in, walking those hands in, lifting your left arm overhead. We're exhaling, opening towards that right side. Just letting the side body open up a little bit more here. And then inhaling through center, exhaling, taking your right arm overhead, reaching for the left side. Feeling your right side body opening up. Continuing to breathe. Inhaling up through center, picking up those knees. We're readjusting so we have enough room to lay down on the mat. Holding your knees, we're slowly rolling onto our backs. Pulling your knees into your chest, giving them a hug and massaging out your lower back, swaying from side to side. Sending your left leg long to the bottom of the mat. We're taking our right leg and pulling it over to the left side, opening up for a supine twist. Taking your right arm long and catching your gaze upon your right hand. Inhaling, pulling your right knee back in towards chest, picking up the left knee to meet the right, and sending the right leg long. Pulling your left knee towards the right side of the body, extending your left arm long. Your gaze is meeting your left fingertips now. Readjusting as breathing in and out. Inhaling, pulling the left knee back in towards your chest, giving it a good squeeze. And then sending your left leg long to meet your right. Readjusting to find comfort here, taking any last postures that might feel good to you. And then sending your hands either out to the side, palms up to gain energy, palms down to restore energy into the world, to release negative feelings. You can keep your hands both on your stomach, or one hand on heart, one hand on belly. Whatever feels most comfortable for you here as we move into our Shavasana. Here in our Shavasana, laying comfortably, beginning to relax through the fingertips and the toes, all the way up to the wrists and the ankles, the elbows and the knees. Feeling your hips turning out towards the side, fully relaxing. Your sits bones grounding into the mat, following your sits bones all the way up through your spine. Your shoulder blades are pulling down towards the mat, really rooting down here. And then your neck relaxes, your head finds a comfortable position, maybe falling to one side. Unclenching your jaw, pulling your tongue away from the roof of the mouth. Letting your eyes relax, coming to a close if they haven't already. Unfurrowing your forehead, letting your eyebrows fully relax. The only motion in your body coming from your inhales, so your chest is rising, to your exhales with your chest falling back towards the floor. Allowing your mind to become calm here, letting go of any thoughts that are not related to how your body feels right now or how you feel about the practice. Bringing your intention back to light, remembering your intention, appreciating your intention. And when you're ready, exhaling that intention back out into the world and letting it go. Knowing that you did everything you could to be your best self in today's practice. Doing everything you could to feel strong and well within yourself. And really just letting go here in this moment. In complete relaxation. Beginning to bring awareness into your fingers and your toes, taking gentle motions to reawaken those muscles. Maybe rolling through your wrists and your ankles. Maybe even reaching your hands straight up above your head towards the other side of the room. Finding a stretch as if you've just woken up from a deep and restorative sleep. And when you're ready, rolling onto one side, the side itself does not matter. Resting your head upon your arm, finding a comfortable fetal position. Taking a moment to send a little bit of love to your body for taking you through today's flow and for taking you everywhere you go throughout life. And when you're ready, pushing yourself up to meet in a comfortable seat as we end our time here today together. Thank you so much for dedicating 30 minutes of your day to this practice. The light in me recognizes and appreciates the light in you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, rest of your week, and I will see you again soon.